Oh, you would love this.
100%.
You would love it as we're driving.
But a nice place though.
Yeah, I guess it was.
What's the address? Just kidding, don't care. But when we were driving down the street in Kentucky, I see this bigger old dude. Like, dude, I'm trying to make fun. Like, it would have took. He was moving at a snail's pace. It would have took him 7 years to get home. And I made some joke, and Justin and Jay are laughing. And then we're staring. I'm like, oh no, I think something's wrong with him. And I see him like go like this, bigger, like big dude.
Yeah.
And then boom, fall, and his arms like this, and he's shaking. And I go, oh fuck, he's probably having a stroke.
Yeah.
So we go around the corner, come back, and I go, you all right, man? And his elbow's all bloody. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm okay. And I go, do you know what happened? And he's like, oh, I just fell over. And I go, well, it's not, you don't look good, man. You need some help. And he goes, oh, I live, like a mile up the road. I'm just walking. I always walk every morning. He's like, I haven't fell before. And I go, but something's going on, man. He goes, oh, I had a stroke 6 months ago and it paralyzed the right side of my body. So I'm just trying to get out. He went to Walgreens. So I'm like, okay. He's like, just help me up my walk back. I'm like, dude, you're not walking back. And like, you don't remember falling? He's like, no. I'm like, dude, how about I give you a ride?
Yeah.
And so I go, he can't get up, like literally can't get up because his body won't work. So I help him up, shirt ruined, just blood all over. But he's getting up like this.
What?
Elbow in the face,
why you
blood.
do it to me, though?
Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we get him up, and then I go, man, I gotta be honest, I think we should call the cops. I think we should call the ambulance, man, so he can get checked out because this isn't normal. And he's from London. He goes, do not do that. Don't do that. Do not, nobody call the cops.
Yeah, I'm a criminal.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that was alarm. I'm like, okay. And so I'm trying to help him up, and then a doctor who lives around the area pulls up and he goes, hey, is he okay? I go, and he goes, yes. And I look at the doctor like this, and he goes, what happened? He goes, I was walking fun. He goes, I see him all the time. This is his route. And I go, yeah, I get that's his route, but I'm telling you.
He was obese?
He's bigger dude.
Oh, really?
I go, he's not doing well, man. And he goes, I'll be fine. Just leave him. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with people? So I go, dude, I'm going to give you a ride back to your house. So Justin's like, damn, man. I go, dude, just scoot over. We'll put him in like that. He can't really move. He's like this, paws like this. But as we're doing that, someone else driving by called the cops. So then I hear sirens like a motherfucker. Ambulance, fire, and we're supposed to go to lunch. Everyone's starving. I thought it'd be a quick ordeal, help them up, get going. Well, no, Brendan. 2 hours later, because cops blocked us in, ambulance shut down the street, fucking fire, fire. And I'm like, oh, this is a whole scene. And then the guy looks at me while I'm helping out and goes, thanks, man. But I can tell he's not genuine. He's like, thanks, man. I don't want to make a big deal of this. I'm going to be here all day. I went, oh, I thought I was helping.
You might have saved his life.
I was like, I thought I was helping. But so then the ambulance comes and he refuses their help.
Yeah.
And the cop goes, this happens, man. He's alarmed by by all this. And then I go, all right, well, I'm going to give him a ride. And he goes, we'll follow you just in case. And I'm talking to the cops. All the cops came to the show, right? They all come to the show. But I go drop him off, and I go, I was hoping to be like, hey, thanks a lot, man. He goes, all right, yeah. You can tell he's annoyed because all the cops and ambulance came. And he goes, hey, did you by any chance find my Apple earbud? I go, no, where would I find Apple earbud? He goes, I dropped it back there. You mind going back there looking for it for me? I want to be like, hey, Bubba. Hey, dude, my entire day has been fucking ruined now, man. I'm not going back.
Oh, looking in the grass.
The shirt you always wear, the white one, ruined. Yeah, and blood all over it.
Oh,
I have blood all over. I'm the only one with blood all over.
And now you're picking through the grass because you have to look. You kind of have to.
Wait, you went and looked?
No, the cop. I was like, I guess, man. And Jay goes, man, fuck this. And then the cop goes, dude, we'll handle it. You've done enough. So the cops went back and looked. And then when the cops came to the show that night, they're like, we never found it, dude. He lost his fucking earbuds.
Yeah.
I saw a guy in college.
That's scary, though.
I saw a huge guy die right on the, in the big quad in American. He just was walking, and he had a sub sandwich. I never forgot. He had a big
6
sub
inch?
in hand, and he was probably 45, maybe 50, and just fucking bap, same thing.
In New York?
Boom, fell over in Washington, D.C. Fell over on his back, dead, and I remember just going.
You didn't try to do anything?
Usually I would try, but somebody jumped on him right away and started helping him. Then another person started helping him, and then the guy started trying to do.
Ooh,
shit!
And I've never just seeing him dead with that giant sub sandwich there, and I remember going, I'm not going to eat subs anymore. Like I saw the bologna,
yeah, like,
I was like, maybe that's a bad idea. I don't know.
As we're pulling up, Jake goes, what the fuck are you going to do? I go, I don't know, do something. And then I go,
help him.
And then I go, I know CPR. So when you say stuff like that, now, did I take a class for CPR? Yeah, I did.
Me too.
Was it 15 years ago? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Do I kind of know what I'm doing? Yeah. But doing CPR, you can't kind of figure it out. No. You kind of got to know.
Do you know what the new thing is?
It changes up all the time.
But do you know what the new thing with CPR?
I know the basics.
So So tell me how you would do CPR. Typically.
Well, you listen for a breath first, and then you would. I think you blow and you cover their nose and blow into their mouth, and then you do the pumps.
So now they say don't blow in the mouth anymore. Now all you do is you just keep
The pressure.
Yeah, one.
Now here's the problem, Daddy. Here's the problem. Now, what you're doing this on the sternum, you're doing on the sternum, right?
Yeah,
You do like
you can
that. Remember, you're breaking ribs.
You could
And your
be.
boy's thick.
You could be.
Yeah,
You're
they
thick.
do it all the time. You know, now they have a machine that does it.
Really?
Humans don't do it anymore.
Wow.
You know, they have a machine that they just put over your chest and it goes.
Damn.
Really?
It's sick, yeah. Yeah,
haven't seen that.
yeah, it's sick.
That keeps your heart pumping. You want to keep blood flowing because
Now-
apparently the oxygen.
Oh, once
Yeah,
the blood.
I had to
yeah,
take
you're
it
fucked.
when I worked at the daycare.
Yeah, that's the machine right there. It's like 12 grand. Now, here's the problem. When I did CPR class, not those, Chin. Those are sad. Obviously, not those, though, huh? See that one? See that? See
No,
one
I
for
clicked
12,
on it.
That one.
look
It
at
takes you
that.
somewhere
Oh,
else.
shit.
It takes you
Yeah,
somewhere else.
That's like that thing for your muscles.
But you just hit it and it goes to
There,
work.
man.
How legit is
Wow.
that?
Damn.
Now, would that guy fit in that? No. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But the thing is when I was
It
getting
probably expands.
yeah, you would think, or you just like
You got to get it under him though. You see that? You're not getting him.
No,
under.
you need all the power. I bet you can move it out.
I'm not carrying that around. That's the
Like, quick, the machine.
get the machine.
No, but here's the thing. When I was doing CPR class, so they teach you, the mouth and the chest, but then they teach you the Heimlich. And so I didn't know anybody. Everybody pairs up, and then they're like, "Oh, you're gonna pair up with Sarah." I'm like, "Where the fuck's Sarah?" Well, Sarah was about 400 pounds,
Yeah, that's tough.
and they're like, "Oh, go ahead and get behind." And like, "Oh, this," and the teacher goes, "This would be good because you're a bigger guy." I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I was like.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah.
it wasn't like, yo, dude, if you, girl, if you get a piece of steak down your throat, it's
gonna be
time to go.
If somebody doesn't have a 82-inch reach,
no, it's getting
Yeah.
some problems.
unless Dwight Howard walks in right now, because I can't. I'm telling you, my fingers are like
That's
this.
crazy.
Yeah,
Because
unless fucking Anthony Davis is giving you the Heimlich, I can't. Do
I
it.
saved a woman's life and a dog's life that way. My own dog's life, but I saved a woman's life in a restaurant while on a date. And she was an older woman. Got behind her. She was choking. She did the same. She went, and her friend, who's actually a famous actress, Olympia Dukakis, goes, "Cat, are you okay?" And I go, "Is she choking?" But I'd saved my dog like 6 months before this way. I go, "Is she choking?" She goes, I jump over I'm on a date. I jump over the thing. I get in there, bop, and she went "Bah!" like that, and I saved.
What was it?
And the restaurant gave me.
What was it?
I'll give you.
Did they comp your meal?
They didn't comp my meal.
Unreal.
And it was at Il Buco, which is one of my favorite restaurants.
Italian
in New York,
restaurant, right?
One of
Yeah.
the best restaurants, period. And it was, God, this was so long ago.
And they didn't
And I
comp
was
your
talking
fucking
to
meal?
this girl who I ended up dating and living with, but she said, what would you have done if you were on the airplane, the hijacker, And I said,
I would've
I
fought
would
tooth and
never
nail.
say, what I do because I have no idea what I do in an emergency.
I guarantee
Yeah.
I wouldn't sit there.
No, I hope
Especially
not.
now, knowing how it
But
ends.
right then that happens, and I remember it was Olympia Dukakis because my girlfriend at the time, she was like, "That's my favorite actress." So
Got
I was
it,
like,
yeah.
I
know
bet
it.
you she jumped your bone.
Dude, she called her sister and goes, I'm
marrying this man.
I'm marrying this man.
This is
She
Captain
couldn't
America.
believe that I was.
Who is she?
And then Olympia Dukakis goes like this. She goes,
Some old actress we don't know.
yeah, she won an Oscar for Moonstruck. It doesn't matter. It's my
It
generation.
was 1960.
Oh, okay.
And she goes, she looks at me and she goes, great actress. But she looks at me and she goes, I know.
See, you're new to Brian's stories. I
was thinking.
Nope.
So like.
Yep.
I'm not.
I was thinking.
When it says Dukakis,
Wait.
No.
heard of her.
And they were all older back then.
Yeah,
And
sure.
she looked at me, the best compliment I've ever had in my life. She looked at me and she goes, "You were like a cat. The way you jumped over this table, you were a cat." And she went like this and hugged me. I was like,
And did you go, "No problem, sweetie," and went back to your
I got
fucking
embarrassed actually.
Caesar
I
salad?
got a little embarrassed. I didn't want to make it a big, but everybody in the restaurant zoomed like that, and then I laughed and they're like, "Hey."
I remember I was choking on some nachos from Taco Bell. You remember just the nacho cheese and the simple
Yeah,
nachos?
yeah.
As a kid, my dad, I would get that and churros, the little churro sticks. And I had that and I was eating it and I was just starving. I was eating too fast and the chip got stuck in my throat. And so it's me, Jay, and my dad, and we're sitting there in the booth and I'm just like, and my dad goes, "Bren," and he's like, "Bren," and I'm like, "Bren." I was like
shit.
9 or 10. And he was, "Bren," and then my face started turning blue and I'm like, I'm going like this, and my dad goes, "He's choking," and everybody, it's Taco Bell. They're like, "All right, whatever, man." And so my dad, like he didn't know the Heimlich, so he just took his fucking
big dad
dick beater,
Yeah.
that big dick beater of a hand,
Yep.
with his fucking
Oh, he's missing a thing.
yeah, he's missing that.
Missing a
He's
digit.
missing this.
I
one.
was wondering why you were doing
No,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
he's
this
down
one.
2 knucks.
He's down 2.
He's down 2 knucks.
So he's like,
Dude, he took that fucking hand and
Yeah.
just Dude, I was like, oh, well, now I have CT for sure,
Yeah.
Papa.
Give me a whiplash.
It worked, though.
Yeah.
What did he hit you in the back?
He hit me square in the back as hard as he can.
damn it.
And it worked.
My friend told a story about how he and this girl decided, this is fucking, he and a girl decided to do it. Like they decided we're gonna make this work. And they'd had this long distance relationship. They broke up, and there was tears. And then he called her, and they had this come to Jesus moment. They said, "Let's do this.
Let's give this a shot.
Let's give this a shot."
Like a love story.
And she was late to her flight. She made a meal. She ate, and she
died?
She died.
No.
She did. She ate. She choked on a piece of meat and died at the fucking kitchen table alone in her house.
No.
She was 20 something.
Heartbreak, man.
Yeah,
What
my
is-
friend
what-
told the
what-
story,
what'd you
and he
say
told the
she ate?
story to a group of us, and he said, the point is, take your time in life. I was like, I don't like this story, man. I don't like the stories.
I bet your friend was so fired up. He's like, we're really doing this. Here's the shot. She's like, cool. Let me just make this roast beef sandwich. I'll be right there.
Yeah, how about my other buddy? My other buddy's dying of pancreatic cancer, right? And there's a terrible story where his buddy, his childhood friend, his son and he are in the water in Acapulco.
Yeah.
And a boat's coming, and this guy has his son, and he throws his little son, out of the way, and the boat kills him, right? But he did this heroic thing and saved his son.
Yeah.
Terrible story. But my friend's dying of pancreatic cancer, and in the obituary, they write, like, it was such an honor to him. He loved Sam, and he mentioned how much he loved his friend. Meaning it was like a tribute to also the fact that you're not gonna,
not gonna-
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause you're not gonna
yeah.
make
my
it.
buddy, but we did a podcast about it. My buddy goes, "Do you know how that feels when you're mentioned in your friend's obituary?
Like you're going
it's
too.
so obvious.
Like,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
like basically was like, see you soon,
Yeah,
dude.
dead a month later, by the way.
Yeah.
My friend. Yeah.
Oh,
dead a
wow.
month later. And how about me? When your friend's dying like that, I was like, "You're gonna beat this, dude."
That's what we do.
Fuck. It is.
Stage at the Laugh Factory. Right away, you go, bro, I figured out what you look like. I'm like, what? This is in front of a bunch of other comics. I'm like, what? You're like, you look like a Rottweiler. We got a shit together.
Oh, you do, bro. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, dude.
Grab that mic, son.
You do. Bro, look.